What's up guys, and welcome back to another video here on this channel. Now in this video guys, I'm going to be showcasing this brand new creator tool which allows you to create some awesome stunt races. So in this video I'm just going to be showing you the basics on how you can create yourself an awesome stunt race. So I really hope you guys do go on and enjoy the video. If we can get a ton of support on this, then I will be sure to do more videos like this. So I hope you enjoy the video and let's get into it. So to start this off, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to start, you want to go to online and just go to the creator. Once you do get into the creator, you're going to select races and then you're going to select stunt races. So the first thing you're going to do once you get into the creator is you're going to fill out all the details like the name and the description, and you need to go ahead and then place your place trigger. So go ahead and find a location where you want the place trigger to be. You also need to choose on how many players you want to be able to play, so you can choose from 1 up to 16. Now once you've done all this, you're now going to go to props. Now this is where we can start creating our race. So the first thing you need to do is select one of the starting grid options, and then you can zoom in and out using the left or right bumper. Once you've done this, you can also adjust the height by using your analog sticks. You can choose whether you want your track to be up in the sky or on the floor. Again, that is entirely up to you. So now that we've placed our starting grid, you're now going to set up the first checkpoint. So you're going to place the first checkpoint on the starting grid. This is going to be where the players start the race and end it. So you need to make sure that you do place it on there. So now you're going to select the second piece of track that you want to connect to the starting grid. Now a tip that I highly recommend will make your life so much easier is to make sure that you allow prop stacking and also turn on prop snapping. This instantly snaps pieces of track together and will make your life so much easier when it comes to creating these stunt races. So it will instantly snap pieces of track together once you're adjusting the height, and it will make it so much easier, like I said. So make sure you do this. So like any stunt race, you're going to need to add some corners. So this is really simple. All you have to do is make sure that the category is set to stunt track, and then go to the type option and just scroll through that until you find some corners. Now there are lots of different corners to choose from, so go ahead and choose which one you want to use. Now this next prop we're going to be using is actually the stunt tubes. Now these are a little more difficult to these stunt tracks, but essentially you need to make sure that prop stacking and prop snapping are on. Again, this will make it so much easier, so make sure that they are on. So in order to access these stunt tubes, you just have to go to the category option and make sure that it's set to stunt tubes, and then you can scroll through the type option to choose all the different options to choose from. Now what I'm going to do is choose the small tube option, and I'm going to place one next to my track, but not too close so it snaps. I'm going to place it just a little further away so I can still adjust the height. Now I'm going to place the tube just here, just a little bit above the track, just so I can then place a ramp, enable players to then use the ramp to jump into the tube. Now that I've placed the tube, I'm then going to use the snapping option to extend the tube using different features to make the stunt race a little bit more exciting. Now you can use the type option to switch between all the different options to choose from with the tubes. There are lots of different sizes, and also there can be obstacles inside if you want to make the stunt jump a little more difficult. So it's up to you on which ones you want to place. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the ramps. Now these are really easy to place. You just have to go to the categories and go to ramps. Now once you get to the ramps, you can choose between all the different ones that are available using the type option again. Now they all have different sizes, so you need to make sure you choose the one that will be right and will also enable players to get to the location you want them to go to. So I want my players or racers or whoever's going to be racing on my track to make sure that they can get into the tube. Now when you are placing your ramps, make sure you have prop stacking on. This will stop the ramps from being placed on the floor if you are making a race that is in the sky, so make sure that that is on. You can also change the colour of any props, whether it be the tubes, the ramps, whatever you want to choose. You can do this by just going to the prop colour option and then choosing what colour you want. Now for the ramp, I'm going to be choosing this black colour. So now that we've placed our ramp, I actually want to test it. So there's a really easy way of doing this. What you need to do is make sure you're hovering over a piece of track, and for the PS4 you just have to touch the touchpad. I'm not sure what it is for Xbox One, and what this should do now is put you on the track in a vehicle, and you can now test out the ramp to make sure you can actually get to the location. If you are creating a really complex stunt race, then I recommend you use this option a lot, because this will help you figure out if there's anything wrong with your track, and it just helps you make sure that your racers can actually do a full lap on your stunt race. So if you're like me guys and you want to make your track a little more difficult, you can actually add some obstacles, and you can find these in lots of different categories, but the obstacles I like to use are actually the stop signs, and they move from one side to the other and try and knock you off the track. So they are really cool to add, and you can find these under stunt signs, and then they are called the stop sign. So finally guys, to complete my track, I'm going to add one last big jump. So I'm going to choose the ramp option again, but I'm going to make this one a little different. I'm actually going to add a speed boost. Now in order to add one of these, you just have to make make sure that the category is set to Stunt Special, and then go through the type options until you find the speed boost. Now essentially what this does is really simple. It just gives the vehicle an extra boost and is really handy if you're adding a loop or a really long jump that is really hard to get to, and it just helps racers get to the location a lot quicker. So instead of using tubes for this jump, I'm just going to add one big Stunt Special option. Now you can use these to make your jumps look a bit more spectacular. Now the one that I'm going to use is this big tyre, and players on my track will then obviously use the jump to jump through the tyre and then onto the track again. Now like we did earlier, it's really useful to use the test option to make sure that the jump is possible to do, as you don't want a stunt race to be impossible to finish. So now that I've finished my stunt jump and made sure that it is possible to do, I'm now going to use the stunt tracks to then head over to my finish line and complete my stunt race. So now all that's left to do is test your race and make sure that it is possible to finish. Once you have done this, you then have the option to save the race or even publish it, so it's up to you on what you want to do. But yeah guys, that is the end of the video. I really hope you did find it helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe to my channel if you do enjoy GTA 5 content like this. Also let me know in the comment section if you did enjoy and would like to see more of these types of videos. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.